So what, you were afraid that you will lose the love?
I love so much, and I'm afraid the other side, because of a fight, will stop it.
I'm afraid that I will lose this connection, I will lose this relationship.
She's eye rolling. She's like, she's not happy. Oh my God, what I did.
Boże, stop talking to me!
My brain remember what happened last time. No, I am going again. I don't want this fight again. Do you even want this relationship? What is this? There's nothing. Couples should be together. I want to break up with you.
I hate this, why we even went there, now I have stomach pain, what is this?
Your grandfather in the Holocaust was eating the shell of the zemniak of the potato from the trash, and you will not eat this.
Why I'm afraid to tell you? Oran,
Yes.
do you think we fight a lot?
Well, in the beginning we didn't fight a lot. It was like a honeymoon phase, but yeah, it was we didn't fight a lot.
Okay, and what do you think about it? That the fact that we didn't fight a lot because we especially at the beginning of the relationship, there were lots of differences between us that we didn't even were able to discover yet.
Yes, a lot of like layers that was not ready yet, because right in the first date and so on, everyone wants to present himself as the best version of himself, and then later on in relationship you want more to impress and to make sure this relationship will contain and stay, and then later on you remove layer by layer. But yes, so maybe it wasn't that great if we didn't fight a lot, because basically I was afraid from these fightings, from these conflicts.
Why? Why you were afraid to get into conflict?
I think like it's like burned into me for a long time. From little age to see other people like my family or so on like fighting, and it was like scaring me, and I was afraid that something will happen there, or as a little kid you always think the worst, right? And later on in life you're afraid if you fight or disagree with the teacher, you get a kick out from the class, or so you need to be the yes man, or in the army you need always to salute and say yes, yes sir to everyone. And at work as well, you're so afraid. I got this job, I'm afraid to lose this job. I'm afraid to, if I will say something wrong, if I will oppose or give different direction, maybe they will fire me. Only later I found out that it's at least related to those things, that I can say my opinion and it's nothing wrong with it, and it's actually better to say what you think and feel instead of hiding it. But in relationship, I think it was more hard because we had such a strong connection. I really didn't want to lose it.
So what, you were afraid that you will lose the love?
Yes, from the other side, yes, that I love so much, and I'm afraid the other side, because of a fight, will stop it, or maybe it's not that strong with the other person. I wasn't like so sure about everything that like it's also related to my self-confidence that was not that high. So and my personality of pleasing, that I was like all the time, instead of like arguing or saying what I'm thinking, or saying why I think you are wrong or think like this, it was all the time was like I felt like sometimes like walking on eggs, you know, to try not to break one, or maybe if I'm sick, I will not tell you, so I will not get stressed or angry. If you're doing something that I don't like, I will not say anything, because maybe you will snap on me or something like this.
Exactly. I think we both, what you said is all about that we didn't, since when we were little children, we had to earn love in order to mean something, in order to be loved. This was what we thought.
Yes, that you need some kind of like confirmation, right?
Yes,
that,
like if you didn't bring good grade, you didn't get love.
yes, if I didn't do good grade, I was like sometimes even hiding the degree in the somewhere, or doesn't say that I failed this test to not get the bad yelling, or why is it like this? Why you didn't study? Why you play the computer all night instead of study? Look what happened. This is your consequences. So,
Well, this is a good talk, but the problem is that it's supposed to be that the parents are teaching kids what is important, how important is to learn, but also like even if you didn't get a good grade,
it's not the end of the world. It's supposed to be,
or
right?
it's supposed to be also this communicate. Okay, I'm not happy about this. You should learn more, but I still love you.
Yes.
And I think this is missing, and I think this is missing not only, this is something that's missing not only within us, but also like other people have very similar problems. And then I remember that there was this moment, this situation that we shared already in the past, that I was at it was also at the beginning of our marriage, that I was cooking and I gave you so much food, like full plate, and you were afraid to say, right? Because why? Because you were afraid to lose me.
Yes, because
Something
I was
like this,
afraid
no?
that the fight will be that I will not, because it was happening that basically that let's say I was not wanted all of it, and I didn't say anything, but I show with my body that I cannot finish all of it. So you like automatically also, because of your pleasing mechanism, that you felt maybe I did wrong with this cooking, you were like, oh, what, you don't like my food? And I didn't want this reaction. I was like, it was like both of us, like with each other in the same issue. So it was like, so no, everything good, everything good, and like continue eating, although like I cannot eat that much.
And then what did you feel at that moment?
I felt terrible because I felt like if I will not finish it, I will disappoint her. I will. Like this was the most afraid, like this disappointment. Or if I say something, oh, she said this, she's eye rolling, she's like, she's not happy. Oh my God, what I did, maybe I should have shut up and continue eating. And even sometimes, even now, like that we have some kind of like argument about things. Sometimes I'm still, the brain remember what was the reaction from last time, although that we both evolved, and it doesn't want to repeat the same thing. Although like if now I will say something, you'll say, okay, don't worry, just it took us a lot of times that remember that I will tell you listen, it's okay, I don't want to finish all of it, it's too big for me. And like, of course, like I needed this confirmation from you to hear it, so I will not be afraid to feel that I wanted to feel safe, to say those things and not be on defense.
Yes, like this is what we had both problems. Like I had a bit similar or problem pattern that I developed, but it was more about controlling. Like I need to control all the situation, because I developed this also unsafe attachment style since I was a baby, and this little Natal can learn that in order to be safe, to feel safe, need to control since a very little age. So also in this kind of situation, and in my mind was always like system, like family system. Right now our family system will break if I do not control, if everything is not under my control.
Like if Gabrisha is not going to sleep in exactly this hour, and she needs to wake up exactly this and not before, and if she's crying, but right now she's not supposed to cry, like it's not according to the script that in your mind. It's like everything is like now, like sometimes it's like disaster.
Because I was always like this good, perfect girl. And this perfect, good girl, there are lots of high expectations regarding this kind of person. So I'm afraid to set boundaries. I'm afraid to say that I don't like something. I'm afraid to say my own
Yes, I remember even
communicate because I'm afraid that I will lose this connection. I will lose this relationship.
Yes, I remember even like that Gabrisha was crying in the mall. If you remember this scenario, situation, that she was very small, and and you were afraid that I don't know, the police will come and take her or something like, and there was like this homeless guy that told you that maybe it's thief, and she was too powerful for thief, but it was so funny because you.
No, he said like, listen, you're supposed to be happy because it means she's alive or something like that, and I'm like, Boże, stop talking to me. I need to control the situation right now. Yes, it's we laugh about it right now, but
yes,
there were
back then
lots
it was very stressful for both of us because if you are stressed, I can see it, I can feel it, I can feel something wrong in the air, like it's like suddenly the air is very heavy, and then I'm afraid to say something that because it's even sometimes happened. Let's say you are angry at something at work. Or you had a call with someone from your family or friends that you didn't like to hear, or you got angry about it, and then I was like, okay, something is going on, and then when I said something, I did something wrong, small, or something, this poof, it was exploding, right?
Yes,
And instead of like be confident and like, okay, whatever happened, like, what will happen? Like, if I do something wrong, what, she will kill me? She will leave me? Like,
well, I hope not. Yes, but you are right. There are lots of situations regarding our previous episode where we were talking how our child, our baby changed, our life changed since we become parents. And I remember that there were this situation that because we both danced salsa, and when Gabrisha was already with us, we stopped going, but I remember one day I told you, no, go for a lesson for the salsa, I will stay with her, I will take care of her, don't worry. And you were asking me, are you sure? I said, yes, don't worry, I'll be fine. And then what happened?
And then I come back, she is crying on you, you are like with super angry face, take her, or something like this. I don't know what you're doing, what is this? Who let you go? Like, you. And it was like, and they're like, what did I do? I asked million times. And like, but it's only because you like had to control all this situation and also to have like everything on your shoulders. You're putting on your shoulders, putting, and then until you collapse. Sometimes you don't know the limit to say, from here I need to stop because if I continue, it will be too much. Sometimes you stop when it's already too late, when you're already exhausted, you're already tired, and then it's like too late, and the explosion will already happen, the fight will be already happen, and so yes, I was like, I was shocked, and then later, okay, I'm not going, I'm staying, next day you say, no, go, and now it will be fine, and like, my brain remember what happened last time. No, I'm going again. I don't want this fight again.
Yes, and this is also from my past because as I need to control everything and I need to get everything on my shoulders, I was like, yes, of course, I don't need help. Like I was really all my life, I was afraid asking for help because I have to control, I have to do everything because I know how to do it. And so on one hand, I was like, yes, no problem. Automatically, I said yes. Go for this salsa, because I am the one that is responsible for this family system. So don't worry. But then, because I was already super tired and got this frustration inside my body was like growing. My body was like really hurt because of that. So then it had to go somewhere, right? And then this all those feelings, and then you come back, and I cannot keep it like that anymore, and then this is the worst what can happen, like a little Gija, because I'm sorry, this is what I think happened, like a little Gija is yelling, right? Why you went? Exactly, because you told me to, because you agreed that I will go to the salsa, and suddenly you are changing your mind, right?
Yes, remember it's also happened not related to baby, but in the past that we went to some salsa party, and then you got tired, and you said, okay, I'm going, and you can, but you can stay. And I'm like, really? I can stay? Yes, you can stay, you can dance, you can have fun more. I'm just tired, I need to go home. It's again, sure. Yes, I'm sure. And smiling and give me kiss and bye. And then I came back home. And then I'm dancing again. I get WhatsApps. Do you even want this relationship? What is this? There's nothing. Couples should be together. I want to break up with you or things like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming back. And what happened? What's going on? You told me to stay. It wasn't even my idea. You told me to stay. And then like, yes, you should have read my mind that I said yes, but actually I meant no.
Yes, I think this is another thing that I discovered thanks to you also, what I was doing, one of those things, unconsciously, that in my mind I was always, you should guess, right? Like, I'm saying no, but actually it's yes.
Which is like very like feminine thing, right? To have like this intelligence, emotional intelligence, to understand things below the surface with the face, with the language of the body, and doesn't need to say those things. But a lot of men, like me, I don't get hints. I am very dumb on those things. Like if you don't tell me you want me, I will not understand it.
No, but it's not about this. It's another, like, I also was saying that to myself, yes, this is the woman thing, that we will work on that, and one day you will guess no.
They will never guess, yes.
It means, so there is some kind of problem inside me, why I don't communicate. Like, tell me. Like, why I'm afraid to tell you.
Yes, it's like this thing.
Because it's like being passive-aggressive. This is pure passive-aggressive, which I already shared to all of you that I had, especially in the past, a lot of this, what I learned. This kind of behavior.
Yeah, because it's very Polish behavior.
Very Polish, or just, it happened to me that I got this kind of example to be passive-aggressive. And this is one of the outcomes, right?
Yes.
That instead of communicating you truly what I want, then
yes,
guess.
And also I also remember this because the opposite part, that I was not communicating what I wanted, or I didn't care what this decision will be, but I didn't communicate it very well, and a lot of time it's like actually being the bad decision to do it, and instead of just saying decide, because you remember there was like things like, Oran, let's go to a restaurant, which one do you want? And I was like, I don't know, whatever you want. And like, no, you need to decide. I'm like, but I don't care. I genuinely didn't care which restaurant you go, because almost every restaurant here in Poland are great. So but this undecision was like, oh, you are undecided, everything is on me, I need to decide everything, I need to control everything, and instead of like being it's like basically being passive instead of being assertive. Like if passive is not really attracted emotion, right? It's like, okay, I'm lying down, I'm like a king and you do everything. Instead of like being assertive. So I learned from this that in this relationship, a lot of time I need to be assertive even if I don't care. I will just choose the restaurant. Worst case, like if you had, the trick that I learned, that if you had something in mind, and I will choose, and you said, no, I want this one. Okay, so we go to this one. I just needed to choose first, and then let you to argue about it and say, no, I want that one.
Yes, I wanted also you to propose, but the idea, but the thing is that what I was doing, which also was not right, that you were choosing, okay, let's go to this restaurant.
Yes, and then you hated it.
I hate this, why we even went there, now I have stomach pain, what is this?
It's so warm here, it's like we waited hours for the food, what is going on? Why I even listen to you, right?
Yes, because on one hand I let you control, but still I was in this kind of mode, shit, maybe I shouldn't, because I never leave this control. Everything should be under my control. So it was, it took me so much time to understand a lot it's going on inside my head in such a situations, that on one hand I want you to decide, I want you to propose the solution, but on the other hand, no, I'm in control, right?
Yes, and it's like a very, it's very tricky, because then also in my mind again I have this pattern that if something happened, I remember it and and the brain try not to repeat it, and then in the next time, wait, should I propose something? Maybe it will be Balagan like last time, you know?
Yes, like you're afraid because you already recalled this answer that I was angry.
So the body already put me in stress mode.
Yes.
It's like, oh boy, now I need to decide something. And if I decide wrong, oh boy.
Right. We learned, right? And automatically you are all have this shaking, right? Because this is how the body reacts. Maybe not.
Yes, so like, okay, maybe I propose 3 things and then she choose one of them. Or maybe you give me the options and I will choose from the options, because then you give the options, so it means that it's like a common decision, you know?
Yeah, like it's this communication and talking honestly is, I think, one of the most important things about the relationship,
yes.
right? Like I even think that, let's say, when you decide to marry someone or to be with someone as in a partnership, you also need to understand you are marrying also his inner child. This is something what we are talking at the very beginning, that we all have some ways of behavior, some patterns that we automatically repeat,
yes.
Transgenerational patterns. This is how it works, and this is like 99% of our decisions the brain just do automatically, unconsciously, and and this is why it's very important I guess for both of us, I hope you agree, to know. It was very important to me to know your childhood, and I guess for you also, that even if you remember less, because you don't have so much such a memory as mine.
Yes, I think you remember already the birth moment itself. And
I remember that
the first
day.
cry, yes. And for no, I don't remember. For some reason, I remember very glimpse from childhood, and then jump already to like things like high school. Maybe it's because I'm Jadek, I don't know.
Yes, but it's very important to know this, because it's also thanks to this you can understand why he or she react like that. Where does this come from?
Yes, this helped me sometimes. That that you are like acting in a certain way, like very sarcastic, suddenly very angry. It's like, okay, she's tired, so this is the reason. And then it's like, she's not really angry at me or sarcastic at me because she's like want to fight with me. She's going through something that is her. This is not related to me, and then my body can be more relaxed about it and ignore it, or be more confident to tell her, what do you want from me?
Yes, because if we know each other well, then we feel like that. We feel, first of all, safe in the relationship, and if we feel safe in the relationship, then we can be authentic.
Yes.
And we can say what we really want to say. Not just to please you, to impress, like since our first days, or like at the beginning of relationship, like we were honest, but on the other hand, we both had this kind of programs that we didn't share yet with each other, because obviously it's a process, and you were reacting according to your pattern, I was reacting according to mine, And this caused lots of misunderstandings. And at the beginning, no fights. We didn't fight so much, right? It was more
We
like...
didn't fight, we emotionally eat our fighting.
Yes, our body was
yes, our body was expressing it instead of our mouth.
Yes, I remember like you had all those migraines and headaches, and this was also part of this, right? Like instead of you were like thinking, like
all the time, like I was like, if you had the problem of control the situation, my problem is sometimes I have this. It's not similar. It's similar but not similar about controlling. That I need to control all the outcomes. Like I already running in my head the script of what's going to happen. If and it's like starting like branches. If I will say this, she will reply to me this, and then maybe or this, and then if she reply this, maybe I should reply this. And like it's like I'm building the entire scripts in my head, and my body, brain work very hard to build all those branches of scripts, and it's like causing me so much stress and headaches in the end. And at the end, sometimes none of this happened. Like so, it was all for nothing, you know.
Yes, because we already assume, okay, if I behave like this, then she will say this, okay,
Yes.
and then it will be Balagan, okay, that's it, we are not, better don't touch
Yes, because
this topic.
my mechanism for that was that, now I have the plan ready, and then when we will hit the plan, it's like I will not be afraid because I know exactly, okay, you said this, I know now the best outcome, I should reply to you like this. You know, so it was like, it fall to the pattern that my brain already draw, so I'm prepared for this scenario, so all good, even if it's like a fighting scenario. But it's like, I cannot prepare for any situation possible, right? And it caused me so much physical and mental power.
It's also about like seeing your partner and being open to your partner to also give him this kind of space that he will feel that he is safe
so to share.
To
right?
share. And also, if you ask about something, you need to be also ready for the answer,
yes.
right?
Like if you ask me, do you like this cooking that I made you? You need to be prepared that I will say, well, this less like, right?
This is what I think we already shared this, or if not, I will, because I really remember this situation and it really touched me, and I learned from this a lot about myself. When we were last time in Israel, and I made the cake, which I cook a lot, I baked a lot, so I thought it would be very good cake, and to me it was. But I remember, like, I got feedback from your father who told me, no, I don't like it. Like, your parents basically didn't like it. And to me, it was like, I felt inside my body at the beginning, Jesus! Like, like, wow, someone, like, it is not perfect. I put so much effort. Like, I really wanted this to be perfect. And someone
to
said...
To impress everyone, this entire, because the entire family came, right? Everyone makes cakes.
Yes. And instead of taking it, okay, not everyone needs to like my what I
different
cook.
Flavors, like
exactly.
You saw the other cakes, everyone was too sweet for you, so you felt okay. This is like maybe in Israel everyone like super sweet, and my Polish flavors is different.
It basically was basically about this, that I took it personally. This is about me.
Yes.
You Natalka are bad. You Natalka are not okay.
Yes.
Like basically Natalka is not okay. No, just a cake, right? But I was like, no, because if I have this kind of situation, I have this people pleasing, I will, even if I remember, like at the beginning of our relationship, like we were going to some, I don't know, restaurant or whatever, and the waiter come to ask, is it okay? Yes, it's okay, but actually we don't really like it. I remember it was we went to a restaurant that they gave us burger, which was actually, we got this Beyond Meat.
Yes, they gave us, like, the burger looked like Beyond Meat, like
vegan.
And on top was shrimps and stuff like this that are not vegan. So like, what the fuck is
but
this?
But basically the point is that we ordered normal burger, which is like a normal meat, and we got this. And instead of
saying like, this is not what we order, or we don't like this taste, we said nothing, both of us.
Yes, we just ate this. Okay, baby, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yes, because I'm from my culture, that is, I think it's also Polish culture, and like, you don't return dish, right? You need to, like, I was always, also as a kid, always like finishing the plate, and never say I don't like, or please return it and give me something else, or tell the chef I don't like this. It's like, oy vey vey if you say such a thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's maybe it's coming from even like very deep like Holocaust thing that my mother or someone all the time tell me, your grandfather in the Holocaust was eating the shell of the zemiak of the potato from the trash, and you will not eat this. You need to finish the plate.
Yes, we also were getting this kind of, but maybe not about Holocaust.
More communist time.
More
Right?
communist, or like there was nothing, so you need to eat now, right?
Yeah.
But yes. So yes, it's important to feel safe, right?
Yes, I think that we built some kind of mechanism between us that we decided, okay, now, like if the evening, the day is over, we are both sitting in front of the TV before sleeping or in bed, and then now let's talk what bothered us today, let's talk what we like and didn't like today. And this is a safe, together this is a safe environment, we can share those things.
I really like it. I really like that we share what bothered you about me today, and what you liked, what you appreciate, because it's also good to give good feedback, to say something nice. But even if this feedback is negative, like something bothered you, then I'm very happy that finally we can say that we both feel safe with each other. And I know I can tell you anything I want, anything, and you will just, like, even if your answer will be negative, or you will tell Natalka, I don't agree.
Answer.
There is an answer, exactly. There is an answer that I'm not afraid of the answer right now.
Yes, it's very important.
But I think sometimes what we see a lot in the restaurants, like let's say there is family in a restaurant and everyone on the phone together with, like, each one together with children, everyone on the phone playing or whatever. No one talk, no one communicate. And sometimes I was like thinking, why they even sit together, right? Like there is no totally no interaction. This is what they learned also, right? Okay, if my parents at home we didn't eat together talking, if we didn't communicate how was your day or whatever, just everyone was like thinking about his own day and didn't share problems. This is the pattern that you repeat with your kids.
Yes.
And so there is something missing from childhood.
Yes, when you repeat those things, so you learn not to share, right? You learn, and then when you will have real problems, you also do not sharing. We share them on the phone. We share them with friends. You share them.
You will find someone
publicly, even I don't know, on TikTok or something. But he will not talk to his parents.
Yeah, those people that there are a lot of them, and I finally understand why it's like that. That people, especially men, they pretend everything is always fine. They always manage. They don't have any problems. Always smile, even if they do have challenges in life. They don't share with kids. They don't share with wife. They just pretend everything fine. So what the kids learn? I need to also be like this. I need to be also like Tata.
This is also very hard, right? Because then, the expectations are super high. That I need to be perfect all the time. To be the good girl. To be the perfect boy. That nothing hurt me. Nothing bad happened. Like, and this is like super high stress, right? Instead of like be able to fail, acknowledge your failure, learn from it. I remember all the time that I was like this for example, for when I lost my job and I was looking for job interviews, and I was doing job interviews and I was failing and failing and failing, and I felt terrible, right? Because I felt me failing, I'm not used to fail. I'm all the time in work. If I was failing, let's say in love until I met you, at least at work I was succeeding, success after success after success, that I got used to success. Suddenly I'm failing, this cannot be happening. And but you at least, but you gave me the safeguard that it's okay. Look, you how much you learn, that you put the effort. From each failure, you actually okay. You put notes like what you did wrong, and then you learn about it. And then the next interview, you know exactly how to answer those questions. You improve. I see your improvements from interview to interview, and then in the end, you got offers. So you gave me the safe space to fail.
Yes, I
Which was
didn't
super
tell you.
important to me.
Oh, very bad, Oran, very bad.
Yes, like why you need to have a job? You need to provide for this family. What's going on? So
Exactly.
you didn't say this.
So you don't need to earn love with me. But yes, and what important for us, for us like weekend is like family weekend. Like what I usually share with people, that we can, let's say, participate in some activities, because we go with our daughter for lots of activities, but like together, not just mother activities or father activity. Like for weekend, I think is like because during the week you work right now, so I really like that this is like this family days, and lots of people that are the opposite. They need to be with a lot of people, like like we like to be sometimes even together, like
Yes,
just
and
three of us to go
or-
somewhere,
Or
and
the two of us when we were in the
or
past,
two of
right?
us, yes.
Walking in the forest.
To be able to hear each other, to be able to go to the forest and talk to each other,
Yes.
and not just to be around 100 people all the time guests all the time. There are people that needs to be around other people all the time. They don't. This is the only time that they feel safe. But why? Because maybe they're afraid of being close, and I think this is what is the problem. That you are afraid, right? Because if you if you are with someone just face to face, like two people,
You need to.
you somehow you need to communicate with him.
Yes.
You need to say something. If there are lots of people, hey, how are you? Fine. How are you? Fine. What a nice conversation.
Yes.
So there is no real dialogue. You don't really get deep into the problems. If we go for activities with Gabrisha, there are lots of families that everything fine. We do share a lot, but this is not like deep conversations. Like that's why I really like, after we come back home, or we go only two of us or three of us, if the nanny is taking care of the baby,
and then we talk.
Like that's real
Conversations
talk.
are really good. Like I feel really good about this conversation that are like deep conversations. Not just how was work, how was day, what did you do, what did you eat. Like this is basic. Like when we talk on the topics that are really matter and important to us, and which one of us, what is his view on these things, even if you don't agree. Sometimes you even fight about it. That you don't like you share something and I share something that I don't agree with you, or so we share differences and we fight. Let's say we fight even in this
Yes,
conversation.
and we are not afraid to fight or to have arguments anymore, because we do feel safe to receive answer that even we don't like this answer, right? Because you have a right to have your own opinion, and I have right to have my opinion, and all good.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing this. I know it's a topic that we really explored until now a lot.
It's still
and we
learning.
went through it's a learning process, and we went through a lot, and I really appreciate that where we are already, how much authentic I can feel with you, that I don't need to bite my tongue, that I need to be afraid, okay, this to say or this to say, that I can really, I feel free with you.
And even if you say something that I don't like, how to tell, so I will just tell, right?
And I not be like,
it's fine, right? It's totally fine. Nothing bad happened. If I will share, listen, how you react right now, it was a bit stress. Okay, it doesn't mean that you need to change. It just need to take into consideration like how the other person feel if you're something like this.
But also, I have right to be disappointed or sad what I say. That's upset, and you also have right to be upset what I will tell to you, what I
Yes.
say to you.
Or even sometimes
Even
it's
everyone
also-
has. I really like that we learn to also to talk about feelings.
Mhm.
What I feel right now. So if you feel disappointment, if you feel sadness, this is your right to feel this.
Yeah.
But this is not something that you need to hide under the blanket. No, no, no. Only happiness, only happiness. No, sadness or frustration. There are also feelings that are part of our life.
Yes. And it's okay. And it's okay the other side to say, I don't like this reaction, but you need to understand both sides, right?
Exactly. Thank you so much again for sharing
Thank you,
for
Sasha.
for those for this conversation and many more that already we already had and those that are still ahead of us, those fights that are still ahead of us.
Oh, Boże.
Boże. Thank you for watching also.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.